Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be a tutorial for the Israeli turban. It's sort of like my version or the first version of the Israeli turban because there are different ways to do this, and maybe I'm going to do follow-up tutorials on other ways. But anyway, this is also not the look that you saw on the thumbnail. So if you're wondering, this is one of the looks that we are doing today, because I'm going to do the Israeli turban, giving you two options. One is with one pashmina, which you see here, and then the other one, which is going to be the first part of the tutorial, is going to be using two scarves, and that is the one that you saw on the thumbnail. Anyway, because I also want to give people who like to wear smaller shapers, I want to give them an option to do it too, or just if you want to combine colors and things like this, then using the version where you're using two scarves is your thing to do. Plus it creates a lot of volume, which you're going to see in a second. So this is a collaboration video with Wrapunzel, which means that Wrapunzel has provided everything you're seeing here featured in this video that is wrapping related. So you will find, of course, everything related to that also in the description box, everything that I'm using here and featuring. Anyway, besides that, the whole reason I'm really doing this tutorial is because I was tagged some time ago in a picture on the community group on Facebook, the Wrapunzel community group on Facebook, where there was a big picture. I'm going to show you, and this is the picture that I was tagged in, and I was asked to do a tutorial on this, and honestly I didn't know how to do it, because I know that a lot of women here in a certain community in Israel, they wear those wraps, and I have been wondering how to do that for so long, never managed to do it. Couldn't figure it out. I couldn't. And I also, my answer was, when I got tagged, I said, I don't think I've got it in me to do a tutorial on this. So then a couple days after that, I went actually to a store, and when I came in there in downtown Jerusalem, I went into a store and one of the sales ladies had a wrap like this, and I said to her, please help me. I need to know how to do this. Help me. So she helped me, and she told me this way that I'm going to show you today how to do it, which is just one way to do it, okay? This is not the final version. There's probably going to be more to learn about this. Then there is one more thing that I quickly wanted to mention that I've been asked in the last weeks a lot, because in my previous tutorials I've been featuring the laid back lace scarf quite a bit, as you probably know, and some of you, or quite a lot of you, have asked me, when is this going online? Why is it not online? Sweeties, I told you I'm just sneak peeking this, and as of like when I'm filming this 2 days ago, I didn't know when it's going to go online. I just knew that it will eventually. Okay, so now Wrapunzel has contacted me and told me that it will go online probably around in a week or a week and a half when you see this. It's coming, okay? Just a little bit more patience. It's coming. I know you guys love that scarf, and enjoy it, please. It's so nice. Anyway, just wanted to update you on that. It's coming. It's very soon, and I'm sure Wrapunzel will update you on that also, probably on their social media. So you'll find it, okay, sweeties? So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the tutorials, and we'll go right into it. Okay, my lovelies, welcome to the first tutorial part, and I'm wearing the Wendy shaper. As you know, this is my favorite shaper, most favorite shaper of all times. So anyway, we're going to use two scarves for this first tutorial part, because I want to give you the option of either using one pashmina or two scarves. What I recommend is that you use two a little bit more voluminous scarves, like for example the Pedal Soft right here. I would recommend not using an original 2-in-1 or a tough 2-in-1. It just does not give you enough volume. It could give you the color, or you could use maybe several of the 2-in-1s. That would maybe be an option, but volume wise, they're very lightweight. They're very small in that sense, you know. So I would recommend something that is a little bit more fluffy, a little bit more voluminous. Okay, so for example, the Pedal Soft is perfect. This is, I'm going to hold it a little bit closer to the camera in case you're not familiar with this scarf. This is the shade Rich Purple, and it's beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to put this down first from the top down like this, and I'm going to just flip some extra product fabric, makeup artist speaking. I'm gonna flip some extra fabric here inside in the front, and I'm just gonna let it hang down. So make sure that both ends are hanging down more or less equally, okay? So now the next thing I'm going to use is, for example, you don't have to, for example, the Harmony scarf, also in purple. The only issue is that it has to be something bigger, something that gives you volume, because the whole point of this wrap is volume, is going the extra mile, is going big, you know, that is the purpose. Of course, if you want to do the same thing, but on a smaller level, maybe you can use a petal soft and a sari scarf instead, because sari scarves are the same idea but smaller, you know. So maybe that would be then an option for you if you use a signature shaper or something like this. Okay, because obviously with the Wendy shaper we have more space to work with. Okay, now with the Harmony scarf I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to open it up. Let me just choose a side that I want, maybe this one. Okay, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put it down also with both ends more or less hanging down equally, and I'm just going to place it down a little bit behind the petal soft, so we still have some kind of petal soft showing here. And then I'm just going to take both of them and cross them over in the back like this. Okay, now I'm going to give it a good tug so it really feels tight, and oh, my ear. All right, something like that. So now this is pretty tight, and that is really, really crucial that this stage is tight, because the rest of the wrap is not going to be tight because it's supposed to be voluminous and fluffy, you know. So anyway, we're going to take it up the way it is, and it's the whole style is a little bit more messy. It's less messy in a good way though, you know. So anyway, you're taking this up and you're crossing it over. I hope you can see this. I'm zoomed out as much as I can. Crossing it over and then crossing it over again like this, and then you're just putting it down. And now if you have given the whole wrap a gentle tug or a harder tug, then it will still be tight here, but up here it's supposed to be a little bit loose, not tied down completely, you know? So now you're just tugging it in loosely, however which way it falls, in order to create this kind of a messy, non-caring, but in a good way look. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way. I'm lacking the vocabulary, so please forgive me for that, because I don't want to say that we shouldn't care or anything. It's just this kind of a little bit of lovely mess, you know. I don't even know how to say it, but something like that, you know. Can you see this? I'm trying to duck down a little bit so you can see the whole thing. And the lovely thing also about the Harmony scarves, or also of course as second option the sari scarves, is that then you have, once in a while you have these fringy ends hanging out, which is super lovely, especially to create a look like this. So anyway, let me just go here so you see the whole thing. So this is what you can of course create with two wraps, with two scarves. You can also, for example, use a scarf like the Million Dreams scarf or something, some scarf that is a little bit bigger, that gives you a little bit more volume. And I think the Million Dreams scarf, or the there's so many in that you know, in that line that could really work well. So that is that, and now we're going to do the look just using one pashmina, and that's coming right up. Hi sweeties. Okay, so welcome to the second look, or the second part of the tutorial. So for this I'm going to use the tapestry. I knew I would stumble over the word. Scarf in the color aqua. And this is, it's one of the most beautiful pashminas that Wrapunzel has, in my personal humble opinion, because this scarf, I will never forget when I opened the package when I got this. I was speechless. This scarf is spectacular. Just so you know. All right, so we're going to do, of course, the same thing. We're going to put down the tapestry scarf, and I'm going to pull it to the front a tiny little bit, and then I'm going to just flip the excess material in, as I always do. Then I'm going to take it to the back and cross it over behind my head. And now again, give it a good tug so it feels really, always squeezing my ear. It's always the left one. So it just feels really tight around your head. It has to be, okay? Otherwise it's not going to hold. Okay, so bring it up while it is still under tension, okay? Bring it up, cross it over once, cross it over again, and now relax. Release the tension, okay? And then you're just tugging it in loosely in itself. So now what I always do when I'm doing wraps like this, I'm just pulling this even out a little bit towards the top, you know, pulling it out from where I tucked it in, just in order to create a little bit more of more of volume. Honestly, it's just really about that. So it looks more, you know, which with a scarf like this you can absolutely do it, because the tapestry scarf is a little bit thicker in material anyway, and also I don't know, it just feels like you can do it. It's not slippery, and it just lets you do it. Okay, so that is absolutely possible with the tapestry scarf. There's also a dark blue version. I don't know what the official name is. That is so stunning. I love that so much, and I've seen a lot of you honestly posting pictures with that darker version. Maybe I'm going to put up the name or a picture of the version that I mean here, so you know what I'm talking about. I love that one. It is magical. All of the color choices of the tapestry scarf are seriously. Yeah, so that is that. This is the version of the Israeli turban, but using just one pashmina. Of course, if you have a scarf that is made from wool or something that is really fluffy, especially now for the winter, at least on the northern hemisphere, then you can create way more impact even than this, just using one pashmina. I have one in my, or I have several actually, in my private collection, but I'm obviously not going to use that here on a video that is in collaboration with Wrapunzel. That would just not be fair. So that's why I'm using what is available from Wrapunzel, what you can also get. So I think this is really spectacular, and especially with the tapestry scarf, this scarf is so elegant without making a lot of fuss, that especially now with a lot of us holiday season coming up, with whatever holiday you're celebrating, this is so elegant and so celebrationary. You know what I mean? That I really think that this is really fitting. So have I gushed enough about this scarf? I really do love it. I'm not making this up, seriously. You know, if you have been watching me for a while, and I have been doing Wrapunzel tutorials now for 1 year and 3 months, believe it or not. I've been in collaboration with Wrapunzel for that long, and ever since I have this for a long time now. This is my most favorite pashmina, seriously. So that's why I'm digging it out all the time, because I love it. Alright, sweeties, let me know what you think. Which version do you prefer, or do you have another solution, maybe for smaller shapers, how you want to make it work for yourself? I would be very happy to hear from you. Also, if you're posting on the Wrapunzel community page on Facebook, if you want, please tag me. I will always be happy to see what you're coming up with when you're recreating my wraps. If you want to order something from Wrapunzel, of course, you can feel free to use my affiliate code, which is Queen Leorah, in all caps in one word. It will give you 5% of your order. You will find the information in the description box and also right here. And that is affiliated, so if you want to support me in that way, then I thank you so much. I will try to have a video up also next week. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Monday, on my regular Wrapunzel day, because obviously most of you probably know that I'm going to be traveling overseas, and I'm going to come back really shortly before that. So, and I cannot film so far in advance. I will try to have it up either on Monday or at some point later during the week. So there will most probably, I will do my best as always, there will be a Wrapunzel tutorial. And besides that, you find all the information that you need, Wrapunzel contacts, my makeup if you're interested, whatever. If you're watching this on my channel, if you're watching it on Wrapunzel channel, my makeup will not be in the description box. But anyway, you're probably watching this anyway just for the wraps. So you'll find the information you need in the description box. And besides that, go ahead and sparkle. Looking forward to seeing you here again, and up until next time, hugs and kisses. Bye.